Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vladimir Lingad Borboran, member of the Group 1 who given a task to report about VIP security, especially on our country. First thing first, what is VIP security? There's a lot of types of security for man, and VIP security is one of them. To have deeper knowledge on it, let us see what is the function of VIP security. As the name suggests, VIP security means providing an executive protection to a very important person that may need it. Commonly, the people that ask for VIP security are celebrities, business executives, politicians, and person who has a threat against them. One good example for the VIP security is our president. Our president has a so-called PSG or Presidential Security Group. Though they are an organization built by our government, but their mainly purpose why they are called PSG is to protect the president in any harm or threat against him. The Presidential Security Group is a Philippine Close Protection Agency. It is the primary agency concerned with providing close-in security and escort to the President and the Vice President of the Philippines, their immediate families, former President and Vice Presidents of the Philippines, as well as visiting heads of state. The PSG is stationed at Malacanang Palace, the official residence of the President. Members of the PSG also accompany the President on both domestic and overseas trips. As a rule, former presidents of the Philippines are given 8 security personnel who are tasked to guard and secure them for the rest of their lives. These men are from the Presidential Security Group or PSG, a joint AFP, PNP, PCG, BFP service unit. Again, their task is to protect the President, Vice President, their families, and former President and ex-Vice Presidents and with their families, securing, protecting, preventing, controlling, and monitoring. All of these are the duty on our President. At the very first President of our country, protecting the President was already exists. From Emilio Aguinaldo, the first official President of the Philippines has already a guard unit to protect him in any harm or threat against him. Also, Bonifacio the Supremo of Katipunan has also a people who protecting him. Every president of the Philippines has a guard unit, but the most significant in the history is when the World War II. During the Second World War, units of the occupying Imperial Japanese Army initially took over guard duties at the palace, only to be replaced by an all-Filipino guard battalion at the insistence of President Jose P. Laurel. At war ends, it was in turn replaced by the AFP Presidential Guards Battalion under the order of President Sergio Josmeña. The PSG of today traces its origin to 1950 when a Presidential Security Unit was founded under the orders of President Elpidio Quirino as a secret service and protective units of the state presidency, the First Family, and Malacanang Palace under the control of the Philippine Constabulary. When President Corazon Aquino was sworn as president, she gave the order to disband the PSC and replace with the PSG, as in the present, has always included both civilian agents and seconded servicemen from the armed forces. During the presidency of Fidel Ramos, a former military man, PSG facilities were improved. The headquarters became a full-fledged camp that had 2 chapels, a gymnasium and physical fitness room, nursery and children's playground, canine doghouse, apartments for enlisted personnel, a tennis court, rifle range, and a house for golf caddies. PSG is formed and operated by a group of men and women from the police and the military. The Presidential Security Group or PSG is tasked to provide 24 hours close-in protection and comprehensive security services to the President, First Family, their residences, and other properties. Keeping the person holding the highest position in the land safe is a Herculean task requiring highly trained, disciplined, and dependable personnel. This is why a member of the PSG goes through intensive trainings ranging from firearms handling, close-in protection tactics, bomb detection, and dog handling to counter terrorist action and combat assault. But what makes the PSG unique from other security personnel is that they are trained to give their lives to protect their president. They consider themselves the President's Shield. In 1987, Presidential son Noynoy Aquino was ambushed in Malacanang by rebel soldiers. On August 28, 1987, 18 months into the presidency of Corazon Aquino, rebel soldiers led by Gregorio Honasan staged an unsuccessful coup attempt, attempting to lay siege to Malacanang Palace. Aquino was 2 blocks from the palace when he came under fire. 3 of Aquino's 4 security escort were killed, and the last was wounded protecting him. He himself was hit by 5 bullets, one of which is still embedded in his neck. The PSG assigned to protect him all perished. Presidential Security Group is a massive organization who preventing and controlling the possible harm against to the president. As we heard all the data about PSG, this organization is prepared in any harm. They have a training grounds or school for their guards. Basically, this guardsman is trained for the primary functions of their organization, and this is to prevent and control the harm against the president. Therefore, this organization is well founded for the protection of our president and vice president.